Hey guys, Coupon to Provide here, and today I'm coming at you with a Happy Planner button closure cover using some adorable, affordable, and repurposed product. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by cutting our flexible binder from the Dollar Tree in half along the spine and remove the rings. You want to make sure that whatever binder or product you choose is flexible enough to create a flap, because this is going to be our flap closure. Using your current cover as a cut guide, we're going to start cutting our front cover. You can do that by simply laying your ruler on the edge of the cover and running your blade over the line where you want to cut. Be sure to hold your ruler firmly in position to get a straight cut. If you are working with a slick surface, you can easily tape down your surfaces and that will help them from sliding. You could definitely get great results using a paper cutter, but as usual, we want to complete this tutorial with minimal big tools for those who do not have those tools yet. And guys, just remember, when you're working in your own personal spaces, you won't have to lift and flip the actual covers so many times. I have to do this to keep the item in the frame so that I'm not in the frame. So if it looks more complicated, it's just because I have to keep in mind the fact that I'm recording. You do not, so this will go a lot faster for you. Now once we're done cutting our cover, you can go ahead and fussy cut the rounded corners, or you can take your Recollections corner rounder and round out those corners. I found my corner rounder punch at Michael's and I used a 40% off coupon, and they always have higher value percent off coupons, so definitely keep that in mind when purchasing specific type product to put into your craft collection. Now we're going to go ahead and make the back cover, which is the flap side, by taking the front cut and using it as a guide for the back cut. One thing you want to make sure is that you lay your binder piece down so that it is the longest left to right, because you need the most product left to right to have your flap. Once you have that cut, you can go ahead and clean up those corners just like we did the front cover, and we can start punching our holes. Now I do have a Happy Planner tutorial video that I show the Happy Planner punch in and give you my full review on, so I will link that in the description box below, but you can get the same result by using a simple $1 dollar store hole punch and fussy cutting the little slits. Now whenever you are trying to determine how thick you want the slits, I don't go any wider than the actual side of the blades from the scissors. That's about as wide as you need it, and it keeps everything nice and in place on the rings for the Happy Planner. Now when I am creating sets like this, I do like to tape my two products together, or the two covers together, because it avoids movement and it keeps everything nice and aligned together when doing the cuts. It just makes sure that the front and the back are going to be as similar as possible. Once we are done with creating our cover slits, we're going to go ahead and put it onto the Happy Planner to see if we like the fit and if anything needs to be adjusted. Okay, so at this point you can see what we're going for. We have the front cover and the back cover is going to be a flap, but I want to make it easier for the flap to kind of fold in a nice clean line. So what you're simply going to do is take your ruler, and where the fold or the flap is going to be, you want to cut a hairline slit into that space. And I mean hairline by barely running that blade into the product. Then you want to find a spot wherever you want your button closure to be and punch a hole or cut a slit in that space. I'm simply taking the center of both parts and adding a slit or a punch into those sections. And then I'm going to take my sticker for my embellishment and I'm going to put that over the top and the bottom piece, because I want it to look like a full piece when the planner is closed. Now in order to achieve the look that I'm going for, you're going to need two of the same sticker, because we're going to have two separate layers to this cover. Once you have positioned your sticker on the cover, you want to cut over the line where the flap and the cover meet. Then you're going to take your second sticker and layer that right on top of the first sticker. This is so when you open the planner, the cover is still one cover and it looks nice. Then you're going to recut your slit where you put them initially to make sure that they are in the right spot. And we're going to go ahead and begin adding our buttons. Now you can use whatever material for this part. I used some leather strapping and two buttons that I found at Michael's, but I would definitely suggest that you tie the buttons down with a twine. It'll be less bulky than a leather strap, but I just went with it because I already had it out. One way to secure your button is to put the thread or string through the button and secure it through the hole by tying a knot larger than the hole. Another way to do it is cut 2 slits into your planner cover and slip the string or thread through one slit and then put it through the button. Then you're going to take that same end and put it through the other slit going the opposite direction. This way you're going to have 2 separate pieces that you can use to tie a knot over the actual tiny slit of the planner cover. Once your buttons are secured in place, go ahead and clean up the ends of your string by cutting off the tips. Now you officially have the buttons for your button closure cover. All that's left to do is take some of that thread or whatever thread or string you want to use and knot it to one button, and that's going to be the button that holds the string to close the planner. You want to use just enough product to get a nice grip on both of the buttons and cut, and you're pretty much done. That is pretty much it for this Happy Planner button cover, and I do hope you guys enjoyed. Now for those of you who have other style planners, I do have tutorials using several other planners, and I will leave those linked in the description box below for you guys. But as for this one, if you enjoyed, do not forget to hit that thumbs up button, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Google+ at Coupons to Provide, and don't forget guys, keep couponing. Bye!